Hi, I'm Mark, and the goal of this channel is to take my 20 plus years experience designing functional kitchens and use it to help you make the best decisions possible for your kitchen. And that includes countertops. So in this video, we'll be taking an eagle's eye view of some of the most popular countertop options, along with some that you may be less familiar with, helping you make the best choice for your needs. Let's look at one of the most popular countertop materials first. One that has many options for style, pattern, color, and finish. Quartz, or engineered stone. Now, if you want a countertop that's durable, non-porous, and totally low maintenance, quartz checks all the boxes. It's made by combining natural quartz crystals with resins and pigments in a vacuum compression process, which creates a surface that resists staining, is highly resistant to scratches and impact damage. It's virtually non-porous, which prevents the growth of microbes, and it never needs sealing. But just keep in mind that quartz isn't heat-proof. Setting a hot pan directly on the surface can leave a burn mark or cause discoloration over time due to the resin binders that hold it all together. And because it's engineered with resins, it can also yellow if exposed to direct sunlight for long periods of time. Meaning that if there's an area in your kitchen that has direct sun exposure, the quartz in that area will likely discolor long before the quartz in another area of your kitchen. But quartz is ideal for those busy households that want a high-end look without the high-end maintenance lifestyle. It's especially popular for families and homeowners who just want to put the needs of maintaining their countertop in the back of their minds and just get on with their life and using their kitchen for everyday purposes. It's a worry-free surface that looks great, and it's a great choice. Next up is the world's leading contender for the most popular surface and what some would argue to be the GOAT of countertops: granite, or natural stone. Granite is 100% natural, meaning it's heat resistant and extremely hard, which means it can handle hot pots and everyday wear without flinching. Each slab is unique, offering a one-of-a-kind veining and coloring. It brings a sense of luxury and timelessness to any kitchen. Granite has different finish options too, as do other materials, such as leathered or honed. But if you're going for that classic glossy finish, granite really delivers, because you can polish granite to a higher level than most other materials, including quartz. Okay, so granite does need regular sealing to prevent stains, especially from oils or acidic substances like wine. Although companies like Cosentino offer a pre-sealed slab that has a stain guard warranty. But otherwise, if not maintained properly, it can absorb liquids and become discolored. And although it's tough, it can still chip if something heavy is dropped on an edge. If you want something that's beautiful and durable, granite is a strong contender. Plus, it's priced competitively with quartz slabs. This next material has been popular in the past, and then it became much less popular, and now it's becoming more popular again. The roller coaster that we call marble. Marble is a metamorphic rock made of calcite, calcium carbonate, which nobody really cares about that. But it makes it more sensitive. Marble gives your kitchen a soft, elegant look that never goes out of style. It's naturally cool to the touch, which makes it a favorite surface for bakers or pastry lovers. The veining is truly unique, and no two slabs are the same. But because it's made of calcite, it's a little more delicate. Marble is prone to staining and etching, especially from acidic foods like lemon juice or vinegar, and especially wine. It's very porous stone. You'll need to seal it regularly and be diligent in wiping it up quickly. Now, go with marble if your kitchen is more of a showpiece and you love the idea of a surface that develops some character over time. It's ideal for islands and low traffic areas too. And if you're drawn to that old world charm, you won't mind a few imperfections of marble anyway, so this might be right for you. Picking the right countertop is something that we will help you with my design solution. My design lead, Anne-Marie, spends hours with our clients not only designing the best possible kitchen, but also helping them pick the perfect countertop. There's a link in the video description to give you more info. And this next stone is on my short list of favorite countertops that I would like in my own kitchen. Quartzite. It's another natural stone. Essentially, it's granite with a higher natural concentration of quartz minerals, making it a very unique material. Quartzite offers the beauty of marble with much more durability. It's heat resistant, scratch resistant, and UV stable, meaning that it won't fade in sunlight. And it often features dramatic veining that can rival marble slabs. Now, despite its toughness, quartzite still needs to be sealed periodically, although it too can come pre-sealed, to avoid staining. And some quartzite sold on the market is mislabeled and may be softer than expected. There's a link in the description to a checklist I put together to help you figure out if you're dealing with a mislabeled product. It's also on the higher end of the price range for both material and fabrication. But it is a great choice for homeowners who want the look of marble without that high-end maintenance. It's especially great in kitchens that have an open concept or lots of sunlight, or even outdoor kitchens. The next material on the list is one of the lesser-known countertop materials, and one that's often confused with quartzite, hence the mislabeling. Dolomite is a natural stone that has a high concentration of, well, dolomite, or calcium magnesium carbonate, like anyone cares. It's often labeled as super white, Monte Cristo, Bianco Azzurra, and sky white, and a few others. Dolomite stone looks a lot like marble and quartzite, but it has a bit more resistant to scratching and etching than marble does. It's a great compromise between beauty and performance. The soft grays and whites found in dolomite slabs work well in classic and traditional kitchens. It is a decent mix of both function and aesthetics. But still, dolomite isn't bulletproof. It's softer than granite or quartzite, so it can scratch or stain and etch if you're not careful. It also needs to be regularly sealed to maintain its appearance. And because it too can be mislabeled, you'll need to make sure that you're actually getting what you're paying for. Dolomite is a great option though if you're between elegance of marble and the strength of harder stones like quartzite. It's especially appealing in kitchens where aesthetics are really important, but you still need that durability. Now, where dolomite is a much lesser known fringe countertop, the next stone on my list is still fringe in my opinion compared to other options, but much more well known because most of us went to high school with it. Mark, soapstone isn't fringe. Well, not in name recognition, but definitely as a countertop option for most consumers. It's just not as popular because it's a very niche aesthetic. Soapstone is a non-porous, natural stone that's completely resistant to stains and heat. I did a whole video on it, which you can check out in the linked playlist at the end. It develops a beautiful soft patina over time, which gives it an aged, lived-in charm. And you can even sand out minor scratches or treat it with mineral oil to deepen the color. That's only for preference, as it does not need to be sealed. Now, it is a softer stone, which means it can scratch or dent easier than granite or quartzite. And it has a limited color palette, mostly soft grays, greens, and some blacks. And while some people love the patina, others see it as more of a wear and tear issue. But it's perfect for homeowners who want that low maintenance natural look that ages gracefully. If you value character and don't mind a little imperfection, soapstone is definitely worth a look. And it's one that I actually highly recommend. All right, here's another countertop option that most people are not even aware it exists. And it's another one that's on my short list of personal countertop favorites. Porcelain slabs. And as with others, I did a video on this as well. Essentially, porcelain is a sintered stone, which means it's made with high temperature and pressure. It's a process that mimics the natural formation of granite in time. The result, countertops that are ultra durable and resistant to scratches, stains, and UV rays, and even heat. Because they're made from fired clay and mineral coloring, the surface is incredibly dense and non-porous. You can even get porcelain that mimics marble, concrete, or wood grain with photorealistic patterns. Now, it's a relatively newer material in North American markets. That means it has a higher price tag. It also needs to be installed very carefully to avoid cracking, especially in the corners and overhangs. And though it's very tough material, heavy impacts will damage it. Porcelain is great for that modern and European style kitchen and homeowners who just want a seamless, easy care surface. It also works well with outdoor kitchens since it's UV stable. If you want a sleek, versatile option that performs well, porcelain definitely delivers. It also makes a great one-piece backsplash because it can be fabricated into thinner slabs. Infinity Surfaces is one of the leaders in the porcelain space. This video is in no way sponsored by them. However, they are the only company that has ever reached out to me asking to send me samples. Okay. This box recently showed up on my doorstep, thanks to Infinity, the engineered surface. And I thought, hey, let's just open it up together for the first time. It looks pretty. These look nice. I have no affiliation with these guys at all, but I do appreciate them sending me samples. So I thought, hey, why not look at it together? All right, we'll clean that up later. So this just gives you an idea of what porcelain actually is. You can see how thin this is, but they can make this 63 by 127, so 5 by 10 of a slab size. That's a massive slab size. and very beautiful honed finish. They come pre-finished the way they are. Very nice. That one is called Calcutta, Brazil. If you don't care about this, just skip forward to the next countertop. This one is called White Macabus. White Macabus is a natural stone that you can get, and so they're just mimicking some of these. But again, very beautiful, 5 by 10, very nice. The back of these samples has kind of the whole overall slab pattern, which is quite nice. And this is a very nice honed matte finish. Here's a little thicker sample, which is nice. Provençale. I don't know how to say it. Provençale, I don't know. It's an Italian word, I guess. It has a textured finish to it, quite nice. Now this one I can see, a peek through here. Oh, wow. Hopefully you can see that okay. Beautiful looking stone. Oh, wow, that's what it looks like. So this might be a lot for some people, maybe not the go-to. Cameo, very beautiful, distinct look to it. I'll scratch some of these up too while we're at it. Beautiful looking stone, look at that, if you can see that okay. Very nice. This one's called Panda White because it's, well, looks like a panda, I guess. You can take the knife to it and just, like nothing at all. No scratch at all, impressive. So if that's the kind of thing you want to be able to do with your countertop, cut right on it, not worry about it scratching or not damaging your knife, but even just putting stuff on it and not worrying about it. This is very thick. So when you think about fragility, this is a thick material, man. This one's called Calcutta Hermitage. However, again, really, really nice, robust surface, beautiful looking slab, and has some nice coloration in it, veining, you know, mimicking just natural stone. Very beautiful. 2 more to go, then we'll get back to the video. But thanks for just hanging out with me watching this for a second. Man, this is so, I mean, I'd be so happy with something like this, honestly, now that I'm looking at these. Calcutta Magnifico. Hey, beautiful. You can see that like it's through the edge and whatnot. It's not just printed on the top like some other of these types of stones. It's solid right through. Beautiful, natural looking stone. This one's pretty. This one's called Santos. So obviously very green. This is beautiful nonetheless. And I really like that. There's the bigger look there. All of these come in a jumbo slab style. I may very soon take one of these or take a few of these and do some stain testing, do some smash testing, do some burning on them, and just get a feel for how durable these really are now that I have these samples. And I really appreciate Nico and the people at Infinity, the Engineered Stone, for sending me these samples. If you're a company out there who has countertop that you'd like to be put on one of my videos, you know how to reach me. They did, and they sent me samples. So you could too. Back to the video and the next countertop option. Now I need to vacuum. Unlike porcelain, the next countertop is one many people recognize, but they don't know exactly what it is. If you've ever perused through the Home Depot showroom or others who carry Constantino products, you'll likely have seen a display labeled Dactton. And yes, I have a video on this one too. But Dactton is a sintered stone made with porcelain, quartz, and glass. Sintering the raw materials under extreme heat and pressure, making an incredibly hard and heat-resistant, non-porous, UV-resistant material. It doesn't require any sealing, making it nearly maintenance-free. You can also install it in thinner profiles like porcelain and large-scale slabs for a sleek and continuous look. But because it's so dense and hard, it can also be a little bit brittle during fabrication and installation. Corners can crack if not handled properly. It's also one of the more expensive options due to its advanced manufacturing process, and repairs can be tricky if it does get damaged. Dactton is perfect for homeowners who want that cutting-edge design and materials with maximum durability. If you want a high-performance countertop, this is definitely an option. Now, on to one of the most popular and wallet-friendly options on the market, one that most homeowners are looking to upgrade from, but it's still worth a look at: laminate countertop. Turns the channel. Now seriously, laminate is best known for 2 main formats. One that uses laminate sheets and it's sealed to plywood during the kitchen installation. This is commonly referred to as flat lay or laminate surfacing. The second is called post-form laminate. It's pre-finished lengths of countertop made by laminating the sheets to a particle core substrate at the factory and then cutting them to length for the consumer at the fabrication facility. If you go to a big box store, this is the laminate countertop that you'd be familiar with. But there is a third option that might be an even better solution: Thinscape by Wilsonart is a brand of a particular sort of laminate where they engineer the surface to offer a sleek and modern look with a very thin profile, usually a ½ inch thick. It's made from a blend of paper and resin and then compressed for strength, making it resistant to impact, wear and tear, and it's non-porous, very low maintenance, and it comes in a variety of trendy colors. I think this version of laminate takes it to a whole new level. Now, because it's a thin structure, Thinscape might not give you the heft or drama that you're looking for with thicker countertops. It's also not heat-proof, so using trivets and cutting boards is still something you're likely going to need to do. And it might not be widely available, though it is sold by Wilsonart, which is one of the most popular laminate companies out there. So you should be able to look for it or ask your local provider for information. If you want something unique that stands out from traditional options of laminate, this is definitely worth exploring. Now, this one is as fringe as it gets. Recycled glass. Definitely eco-friendly and visually striking. They often feature colored fragments from glass that's embedded in some kind of durable resin or a concrete base. Each piece is unique and can be customized to match your kitchen's aesthetic. And they're a great conversation starter and appeal to those who care about sustainability. Though I'm not exactly sure how sustainable resin is. Depending on the binder used, recycled glass can be prone to chipping or cracking, and some versions can also stain or etch if they're made with a concrete base. It's not the most forgiving surface if you're hard on your kitchen. It's especially good in contemporary, artistic, or coastal kitchens. And if you want a countertop that combines sustainability with style, recycled glass could be a solid choice. All right, here's another one for my short list, and only because I would really like to try to make one of these countertops myself. As an experiment. Concrete countertops can be custom poured to any shape or size and tinted to virtually any color, giving you full creative control. They have an industrial, modern appeal and can incorporate inlays, textures, or even integrated sinks and other integrations. When sealed properly, they are water resistant and very long lasting. However, concrete is a porous material that needs regular sealing to prevent stains, cracking, or etching, and hairline cracks can develop over time due to settling or temperature changes. It's also one of the heaviest materials, requiring a strong cabinet support. Concrete is a great match though for that industrial, rustic, or even minimalistic kitchen. It suits homeowners who truly want a custom surface and don't mind some maintenance. If you have a love for a creative hands-on design, concrete can really be an option you'd want to look at. The next natural choice is one that is hard to deny the beauty of. Butcher block countertops bring warmth and natural texture to your kitchen, making the space feel cozy and inviting. I love adding natural elements to kitchen design. They're great for food prep, especially chopping, and can be sanded down and refinished if they do get scratched. It's also one of the more budget-friendly options for countertop materials, depending on the wood. However, wood is porous and can absorb liquids and bacteria if not sealed and maintained properly. It's also vulnerable to heat and scratches, so it's not the best choice around your sink or maybe your cooktops. You'll need to oil it regularly to keep it from drying out or cracking. Now, butcher block is best suited for those farmhouse, vintage, or cottage-style kitchens. It works great as an accent on an island or a prep station, rather than throughout the whole kitchen. If you want that natural charm and don't mind the upkeep, butcher block adds instant warmth. Now, the next countertop on my list is what I consider to be the one-hit wonder of countertops. It was once very popular, and then everyone just sort of moved on. DuPont's Coran, or other solid surface acrylic materials. Solid surface countertops like Coran are seamless, repairable, and available in a wide range of colors and patterns. They're non-porous and resistant to bacteria and mold, making them easy to clean. And minor scratches can be buffed out with a Scotch-Brite pad or similar, making maintenance very simple. Although a full surface sanding is a very intensive process, which I don't recommend you go down the rabbit hole of. Now, they're not heat resistant, so hot pans can damage the surface, and while durable, they can scratch and dent more easily than a natural stone. Some homeowners also feel that the surface lacks that natural appeal of stone or wood. Now, solid surface is a great choice for homeowners who want a very hygienic, easy care surface without visible seams. If practicality and repairability are more important to you than the drama of a big solid surface slab, then this is a great option. Here's another fringe countertop. Everyone knows about it, but relatively very few people consider it. Stainless steel, and again, I have a dedicated video on this as well. Stainless steel countertops are heat-proof, stain-resistant, completely non-porous, making them the ideal surface for serious cooks. They bring that industrial, professional look to the kitchen and are easy to clean just with soap and water. They won't chip or They won't chip or crack or warp over time. But stainless can scratch and show fingerprints easily, which can bother some homeowners. They can also feel cold and noisy compared to other materials. And if not supported properly, they may dent from heavy impact. And they need to be custom fabricated, which for some homeowners adds a step in the process that they'd rather not bother with. If you want a durable, hygienic, chef-inspired surface, stainless steel is definitely the way to go. I go into a lot more detail on many of these surfaces in various videos in this playlist. Check it out and find the material that you're most interested in. And if you ever have a question about countertops and think that I could help, please reach out via email.